Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So in this video, we are going up against Rage 13. This is Season 5, War number 11. So we've got only one war left in the season after this one. These guys look tough. When we look them up, they appear to be a Platinum 1 alliance. And we have our work cut out for us. So I go in as usual and I'm scouting my path, and since I use Corvus, my eye is usually towards how many missions can I get with Corvus. So I don't see a possibility there. I mean, the science, it could be, but can't guarantee that. And I see that mutant, and so I'm like, okay, well, I can at least get a mission there, but that's pretty much it. So if I have to take the boss, I'm only going to have one mission for my Corvus. But I didn't see anyone on the path that would make me not bring one of my normal Alliance War attackers. So I go in with my standard team of Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, Hyperion, and of course Corvus. Now, they have someone on that first node, and sometimes it happens. I usually do not have a large fight, and I don't boost up for this part of the war. Now, I'm looking here, nice profile, but I don't see anyone that this could be. No biggie. So, I'm going to go in there with my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. I'm pretty sure that whoever it is, Starky's going to be able to take him. And it's Black Bolt. Now, Black Bolt is pretty easy to fight. His Special 1 and his Special 2 are easy to evade. That Special 1 can be tricky a little bit, but I'm used to evading his Special 1. His Special 1 is very similar to Vision's Special 1. So if you know how to evade that, you can evade this. And we finish him off with a Special 2. So far, so good. I don't expect hard fights in this initial section. Most alliances are not going to put their really tough defenders on these early nodes. So you tend to get a lot of diversity champions early on, which is why I don't boost. Alright, so next up we've got a Science champion. And it's a 5-star and it's Awakened. Now, since we have Electro in the game, I don't know. Could be an Electro. Could be a Void. And I'm actually running Suicide, so that was a little bit concerning to me. So I'm looking at his profile. I don't see any Science champions. And so I'm just like, okay, well, let's just go in with Starky, and hopefully whoever it is, we can get him down quick. And it's a Miles Morales. Now, I sometimes mess up with Miles Morales. That evade, what you want to do, he has, what, 5 evade charges initially, as long as you don't hit him with a special. And every time he evades, he uses up one of those charges, and once he doesn't have any more of those charges, you can just take him and wreck him. Now, you saw there, I almost got a little too greedy. You want to basically stun him and then do a 1-2 combo. 3 is risky, especially since most people have Limber maxed out. And that's how you take Miles Morales. This time, we got him down without getting wrecked. And that's a win-win. Even if I had won and lost a lot of health, I would have considered that a loss. Alright, so next up, we've got a Cosmic, 5-star, and they are Awakened. Now, this node is the Poison node. And no reason to bring in my Corvus here. And this is actually why I bring Hyperion. Hyperion is poison immune, and he hits like a truck, and it just gets better the more Furies he can stack up. Now, had this been an opportunity for a mission for Corvus, I would have gone in with Corvus. But it's a Spider-Man symbiote. Now, this is an underrated champion. This guy is pretty good. If you can stack up those armor breaks, he does a lot of damage. Guaranteed crit on his L2. As a defender, he's not all that great. He can be very annoying when he's awakened, because as you'll see here, after he throws a special, he gets that spider sense. When he has that spider sense, he has a very, very high evade chance. So he can be annoying. It's similar to Spider Gwen's special 1. Very high chance to evade. But as you saw, we didn't have too much of a problem. Now it's getting late, and I'm just making my moves before I go to bed, and I'm trying to use up my energy so that when I finally go to sleep, when I wake up, I'll be able to finish off my path, you know, not too long. And I think I had to wait maybe like an hour or so for maxed out energy. All right, so here we are, and we are boosting up, which I always do for the rest of this path. And these boosts are going to have to carry me over to the mini. Now, I already know that I'm going to be going in here with my Starkey, and using the new Alliance War calculator tool, I was pretty sure who this was, and so this is why I decided to go in with my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced rather than Corvus. Now, I probably would have gone in with Starkey anyway, because with this power gain, Starkey is really the only one that has any type of power control. You know, I can fire off a heavy and it can get me out of trouble. But as you can see, thanks to Scouter Lens, this is a rank 4 champion. So I went and I took a look at his profile more out of habit than anything, because I was in that tool, and so I knew this was going to be a Dr. Voodoo. And so, not a problem. Dr. Voodoo does not make a good defender, but if you don't know how to fight him, he can catch you. But this Voodoo, he was not about to catch my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. Alright, so I'm basically just baiting out his specials. Had he not wanted to bait, I would have fired off a heavy and then continued my assault. But as you see, Dr. Voodoo went down without too much trouble. So next up, we have that mutant. And again, I went to the tool. Now, this time, the tool actually had 3 champions that it could be. And I guessed right. I was like, okay, this is the one that I probably wouldn't want to bring in someone else other than Corvus. Now, mind you, I'm already going to bring in Corvus because I want that mission. But according to the tool, this was going to be, I think Rogue was one of the options, and I forget who the other option was, and Emma Frost was an option. And so I was like, okay, I'm going in prepared for Emma Frost. So, of course, Corvus does very well against Emma Frost. He can parry her even in her diamond form and put on an armor break. Alright, and so as you see, I guessed right. The tool was still very helpful. And I knew that her L1 was unblockable, but muscle memory is something. So instead of trying to evade it, I blocked it. And of course, I couldn't block it, but it didn't hurt me all that much, and she still went down. But I did kind of feel a little bit embarrassed because I was ready. I looked up, I said, okay, she's awakened, and I know how to evade that special 1. But I just didn't do it. Instead, I held the block. All right, so next up, we've got Mordo, and again, the tool helped me, and I was pretty sure it was a Mordo. Now, I actually make a mistake here. Now, normally on Bane, what I want to do is I want to build up all the poise charges that I can before I attack. But keep in mind that Mordo has that power gain. And so like right here, he's just gaining that power. And so I waited a little bit too long, still trying to build up the poise charges, and I should have attacked. But instead, I built up more poise charges. He got that power gain again. I realized my danger now, but it was too late. And I was like, okay, well, it's going to put Bane on me. I'm also running suicides. This is going to hurt. I need to hit him quickly. All right, so I stunned him. Didn't mean to do that. Had to intercept, but I got the intercept. Fire off my L2, which, again, I'm running suicide, so I didn't really want to do. But I needed to get some damage on him, and we got him down. That was a close call. I did not play that one well. Now, if you've seen my previous season Alliance War videos, you've seen me get wrecked by a Mordo on that node before. He is a pretty good defender for that node because he likes to turtle. And with Bane, that's like the worst thing that you want to deal with unless you have transferred Bane onto them. All right, so now we have the mini, and it's Blade. Now, remember I fought Blade on Spite Node, Path 9, in a previous war. Still a little salty about that. But I'm going in here with one mission. I'm still boosted up. So I use that health potion just because, you know, in case something happens. And I went ahead and used an invulnerability boost. I have several of them, so may as well use them. The season is about to be over. All right, so we go in here, and I know how to fight Blade. I can evade both his special 1 and at least the first part of his special 2, which is all you need to do on unblockable special 2 nodes. And so I'm just going in, doing the 3-hit combo. Now here, watch this. See, I tried to do something that I've done before, and I stopped. I said, no more of that. I evaded the last part of the bullets from his special 2 so that I could punish it. But I went in a little bit too late, and you saw he parried me. And I was like, oh no, we are not doing this. There is no way I'm going to lose to Blade. So you saw there, no trying to punish it, no trying to evade it. Took him down. No more playing around like that. All right, so we were able to clear our path with no deaths. So I was pretty happy about that. You know, kind of feeling myself. And we have the boss. It's a Medusa boss. Now, I've fought Medusa bosses before. So I'm like, okay, you know, thinking to myself, you know, I wouldn't mind a shot at this Medusa boss, but I'd rather have folks that are used to fighting Medusa fight this Medusa. But what happened is we had an attempt, and my alliance mate failed, got Medusa down to about half. And so he was asking who wants to take this Medusa, as you can see what her health is at. And I'm like, well, I can try. You know, I haven't tried to take a boss all this season. So I'm like, I think I can do it. You know, she's half health, so we should be good. I healed up a little bit. We do have a policy of not going into a fight with less than 80% health. All right, so I know how to fight Medusa, but I'm going to entitle this fight How I Lost My Manhood. All right, so you saw that? Already I'm off. My indestructible, she done ate that up, okay? So I'm really not on my best right here. And look at this, I'm in a corner. I was fighting Panicky, and so I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to fight out of this corner. And you guys, if you've seen me, you know I know how to intercept with my heavies and all of that. But I was just off. And you can see here, I'm just scared, and I don't know how I'm getting hit like that. And then I fire off my special 2 when my charges were down, so it didn't do jack. And I'm just like, I don't believe this. And just look at this. That was all panic right there. I was trying to fight out of the corner. Instead of hitting a lot of heavies, I was just trying to hit one time. Don't ask me why. Like I said, I was panicked, and she took me down and took my manhood. And I said, you know what? I want her. And I told them, I was like, I want to go back in there. So we still have a chance to have a bonus. And I'm just like, no way am I going to lose a second time to her and lose the bonus. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to heal up and I'm going to boost up and go back in here and get my manhood back. So I asked for permission and I was granted permission to go back in here and take her on. All right, so you can see I'm looking in here. I got my boost up still. And you already know I'm going to go in there with another invulnerability boost. I just did not want any chances. Now she's almost dead. So I'm just like, all right, we got this. We're not going to go out like we did before. All right, so I'm playing a little bit more cautiously here, but I'm still upset. And look at that. I'm not even sure how I got hit like that. And I'm back in the corner. But this time I'm just like, no, I don't care. I'm in the corner. We evading. And again, I'm not hitting the heavies. And then I got hit again. And I'm like, I don't believe this. I'm actually going to go down again. But this time I fired off my special 2 when I had charges. Boom. Now that wasn't a very good performance. It was very sloppy, but we got her down. I used a ton of items or whatever, but something about me, when I get beat like that, I want to go in. I am known for my tenacity. I would have spent almost all my units to get her down if I had to. Fortunately, I didn't have to, and as you guys can see, we won the war. Good job to Rage 13. You guys fought well, and the war was pretty close. I told my alliance that if we lost this war by like 30 points, they may have to watch me for a little while. I took that death to Medusa pretty hard. And Super Vega Man, our alliance leader, told us to just shake it off. Things happen. And I kept reviewing the fight over my mind. We have to record all of our fights and we post them up. And I know how to fight her, but yet I just was not fighting her the way that I knew how to fight her. You need to stay out of that corner by hitting into her block a lot to push her across the screen. You need to intercept with heavies a lot. And really, with her at half health, I should have done a whole lot better. But maybe next time. Probably will be a while before I ask to take down a boss again. But that's going to do it, guys. Subscribe, click like, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you would like to support the channel, there are links in my description to help you do just that. You can become a member of the channel. And if you would like to join the Discord server that I set up, there's a link in my description to the Discord server. Come join the family. And you guys have a blessed day.